a question came to me. Should I drink water after I finish eating? Some people say you should drink. Some people say you do not drink. What do you think? What's your opinion? Life can be very simple if we want it to be. And life can be very complex if we make it complex. We live in the world and we share the world with other human beings. And all the human beings have their own ideas and their own thoughts, their own beliefs. Whenever we want to live life, we look at others, how they are living life. Our life is a borrowed life. Others' beliefs become our beliefs. Other ideas becomes our ideas. Others' thoughts penetrate into our mind, becomes our thoughts. There is a continuous exchange of thoughts and beliefs and ideas, and all these are stored in the mind. From the time we are born till we die, this continuous exchange takes place. And we live the life of the mind and the body because this is all we know. When we don't know, we ask others. Even if we don't want to, we end up copying others, mimicking others. And we end up living a homogeneous life, at least trying to be homogeneous in the society so that we fit into the society. So society can train us the way it wants. Unfortunately, this life is always gonna be bouncing back and forth because ideas, beliefs, thoughts, they keep changing. You talk to one person, their ideas will be different. Then you talk to another person, their ideas will be different. So our mind is not our mind. Our mind is a crowd. We have millions of people represented in our mind through their ideas, through their beliefs, through their thoughts. And it's no wonder our life is chaos, because our actions are also going to be decided by what we think. We means our mind, which is not ours anymore. So our body is going to go through the consequences of the mind, the state of your mind, which is restless, not sure, undetermined. So throughout the life, if we are lucky, somebody guides us to the right direction. If we are not lucky, we may end up in the wrong sections of life till we die. So this is the state of the whole society, not just us. Everybody is like that. So the question is, how do we decide what is right, what is wrong? Rights and wrongs are also decided by the society, and the definitions of rights and wrongs are also changing over the period of decades and centuries. Whatever things used to be called good have changed into bad, and bad has turned into good. The society has its own flow, and it keeps changing ideas, and that also affects our minds. When we say my mind and my body, we never think, who is me? We sit in a car and we always say, this is my car. That means me and car are two separate things. But we never think, who is saying that my mind and my body? Body is given to us by the nature, and it has its own impulses of hunger, thirst, bodily functions, procreation. All these are basic elemental functions assigned to the mind, to the body rather. And the mind has been given to us to fulfill those desires. If you are hungry, the mind recognizes the body is hungry, and then it looks for food. If the body is thirsty, mind is designed to look for something to satisfy the thirst. We always lived like this for millenniums until the human beings, as a human beings came into the picture. The mind expanded. The capacity of the mind with its intelligence expanded and created so many different ways of doing the same function. There was a time, if the body got thirsty, the water was the only source to satisfy that thirst. But with the invention of the new mechanism of the mind by the consciousness, which became very smart, intelligent, learned how to manipulate the earth elements, create various substances, various drinks, various foods, various gourmet items and whatnot. Dizzying array of items were created. But these were all creations, not basic part of the nature. Water always was the part of the nature, all available for us to satisfy our thirst. But for man, this was not enough. So he had to go beyond. And all the various drinks were created. Same thing, simple foods were available for us. And our life was simple. Whenever you're hungry, you pick a fruit, you pick up some leaves, dig up some roots, some nuts, and you move on. That's how our life was very simple. But now the life is not simple anymore. Now, from the time you wake up, from the iPhone to the iPad to the TV media, things just keep filtering into your mind. The advertisements of various objects, various drinks, various ideas, beliefs, everything starts filtering into your mind. Your mind is not synchronized with the original mind that was created by the nature to satisfy the simple demands of the body. Now, mind has gone beyond the nature, and that's where all the problems have started. If everybody ate when they are hungry, literally hungry, and stop eating as soon as the hunger is met, do you think there would be any problem? Humans have gone beyond their natural instincts. If you look at the animals, they don't have any desires. They don't have minds to go and splurge into different things. If an animal is not hungry, no matter how much food you will give it to it, it will not eat. And as soon as it is satisfied, it will walk away. If you look at 12 lions in the wild, they all will look alike. You put 12 deers in front of you, they all will look alike. They are physically fit. They have natural instincts not to eat when they are not hungry and not to drink when they are not thirsty. The nature was their provider. For us, life has changed. Nature is not our provider anymore. Our society, our government, our municipalities, all these artificial societies has been created, and they have been providing us not only our basic needs, but also provide different objects of pleasure that makes our mind go crazy and takes it out of its natural state and go beyond into the creations of the society rather than the creations of the nature. So that is the reason why our mind has not remained simple anymore. So mind has developed a habit of being dependent on the society for the answers, because mind has been confused. It has not remained in its pristine primordial state. It has forgotten how to listen to the instincts of the body. If the body is designed, instincts are also designed along with it. If the body is designed, hunger is created at the same time. Nature would not create a body without hunger, because the whole purpose of creating the body was to have life flourish within you, so you progress, procreate, and then further enhancement of the species can happen. But we have stopped listening to the basic instincts of our body, and we have gone beyond. So we drink even when we are not thirsty. Why? Because the ideas came from the society. The society says you should drink, and we eat even when we are not hungry. Why do we eat? Because society has created Häagen-Dazs, ice creams, cookie dough, all the pleasures, alcohol, drugs, delicious items they have created. Even though I am not hungry, I will eat them because I have merged with the society. The society owns my mind rather than me trying to decide what is good for my body and what's not. So, body is a beautiful creation of the consciousness. It is forced to breathe. It forced to have heartbeats. It is forced to become thirsty. It is forced to become hungry. To listen to these body instincts, we need a mind which is rested in its simple primordial state. And this restful mind can listen to the body. And when the mind starts listening to the body's instincts, that means it has started doing the job it was supposed to do. Take care of the body. And why do we have to take care of the body? So that we do not end up in the diseases that our society has created. A person living in a jungle, eating off the trees, walking miles and miles every day, do you think they would have diabetes or cholesterol or heart attacks or cancer? No. All these diseases are also created by the society. And society is the same society we want to be part of. We want to listen to the society. So society is going to end up taking you where the rest of the society is. So it is about time that we should start understanding this mechanism of our body-mind complex. But how do we know our body, and how do we unclutter our mind? is through the meditation. Because meditation is a phenomenal, revolutionary technique through which we can start just paying attention to our mind and understand the contents of the mind, how the mind is cluttered with so many different ideas, different suggestions, different beliefs. When we settle down in meditation little by little, the whole mind starts coming up alive with the realization that mind is not our mind anymore. J. Krishnamurti always said, we teach our children what to think, but never teach them how to think. We never realize that when we say, my mind and my body, our soul is the owner, and mind and body are the instruments. The mind is supposed to listen to your soul. Soul makes the mind perfect, and body is supposed to listen. Give the instincts to the mind, and mind should do something which is in the benefit of the body. So there has to be a synchronization between your soul, your mind and body. But we don't have synchronization. We eat when we are not hungry. And when we do fasting, we don't eat even if we need to eat. Even the body is saying it's hungry, we forcefully don't eat. These are all actions of the mind, and the thoughts of the mind, which makes the mind very complicated. And this complicated mind makes our life also complicated. So it's time we have to regain the control of our mind, because our mind is our mind. It is not the society's mind. So the question, should you drink water after eating or not, can be more complex than just simple answers. Answers will come from the society, yes. They may be right answers, I don't know. Or they could be wrong answers, I don't know. But they are not your answers. For your own answers, you have to go within and understand the physiology of your body, physiology of your mind. And by paying attention to the mind, you will understand that keeping everything synchronized is the best way to live life without listening to anybody else. If the body creates demands and you meet the demands to the point that demands are met, the body does not rebel. But if you keep on shoving foods into your body, even though when the body is not hungry, the diseases are going to show up. And these diseases are going to take away your chance of going beyond the mind, because now the mind has to handle more problems of the body. Your diabetes has come up, your cholesterol has come up. Now you are anxious to get rid of these diseases. Now you need medications. Doctor's visit is pricking your fingers. All these are the ultimate results of not listening to your body. So listening to the body happens in the inner silence. For that you need meditation. And eventually your life can be a lot simple. Just eat when you're hungry. drink when you're thirsty, without waiting for the society to come and tell you what is right, what is wrong. You decide what is right for your body and what is not right for your body. So life, once the body becomes healthy, without any diseases, then the mind can be worked on. Mind also can be made very simple. And when the mind and the body are simplified, they become peaceful. The inner consciousness from your soul, the Atma, starts rising, and that becomes a reality. Then for the first time you know who you are, who is the owner of this car called the human body and the human mind. My mind, my body, are my mind and my body, not to the society. And me means the consciousness. I am the consciousness. Have a good day.